They come here and try to confuse people as to what taxes look like. But I want to show you, I want you to see graphically what 17 years of tax measures looks like. These are the tax measures. Every one of the pink sheets is a new one. Run it around the parliament. Let's see how long it stretches. These are all the tax measures introduced by them, Madam Speaker. 17 years of tax measures, Madam Speaker. Not one of these papers have we introduced in 6 years, Madam Speaker. Take it all across the parliament. 17 years. 17 years, Madam Speaker, of tax increases. This is all of them here. This is it. It can't even hold in the parliament.
Before you judge the present, before you criticize the policies of today, before you speak about taxes, remember the market basket that got lighter. Remember the pay slip that stayed the same. Remember the years when government workers were told to hold strain while GCT climbed higher and higher. They speak now with outrage. They speak now with moral authority. They speak now as defenders of the poor. But Jamaica must ask one question. Look who is talking about taxes. Dear PNP, I write this letter not in whispers, but in thunder. I write not with ink alone, but with memory. The memory of a people who carried the weight of policies that bent their backs and tightened their belts. A memory of market baskets that grew lighter, paychecks that stretched thinner, and hope that flickered under the pressure of excessive taxation. Dear PNP, you speak today about taxes. You criticize, you condemn, you warn. But I must ask, look who is talking about taxes. For there was a time when basic food, the bread of the poor, the rice in the pot, the oil in the pan, was not spared. There was a time when the very essentials of survival felt the heavy hand of taxation. To tax basic food items in a country where many were already living paycheck to paycheck, was that compassion? Was that justice? Was that humane? When GCT climbed higher, it did not rise in isolation. It rose alongside anxiety. It rose alongside unpaid bills. It rose alongside mothers calculating which meal to skip so their children could eat. And again I say, look who is talking about taxes. The minimum wage remained painfully low. Workers labored from sunrise to sunset, yet their earnings could barely outrun inflation. Government employees, teachers, nurses, clerks endured wage freezes, years without meaningful increases, years of sacrifice, years of tightening belts while the tax burden tightened around their throats. The people were asked to do more with less, to endure, to understand, to sacrifice. But sacrifice without relief becomes suffering. Dear PNP, you now question tax packages implemented by the Jamaica Labour Party. You challenge their structure. You question their impact. You speak as though you stand on higher moral ground. Yet history speaks. And history echoes. Look who is talking about taxes. Where was this outrage when consumption taxes multiplied? Where was this defense of the poor when the burden fell heaviest on those who could carry it least? Where was this moral authority when basic survival itself became more expensive? Leadership is not only about balancing spreadsheets. It is about balancing fairness. It is about shielding the vulnerable before squeezing them. It is about understanding that taxation without empathy becomes oppression in slow motion. A party that presided over heavy tax regimes, low wages, and frozen public sector earnings cannot easily claim the moral fortitude to condemn others without first reckoning with its own record. The Jamaican people remember. They remember the strain. They remember the market days. They remember the frozen increments. They remember the rising GCT. And so, when criticism flows freely now, the nation replies, "Look who is talking about taxes." This letter is not written in hatred. It is written in accountability. It is written in remembrance. It is written in defense of the ordinary Jamaican who bore the weight of decisions made far above their station. Before casting stones, examine the glass house of your own history. Before condemning tax measures, reflect on the burdens once placed upon the people. Because in the court of public memory, Ker standi krauti kaiu phrase. Medkau stantis sais. Sincerely, a watchful Jamaican voice, Lifestyle Politics.